What's the story of the Qurbani?
Qurbani?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just tell you right now. So this Qurbani started in the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Do you know who Ibrahim alayhi salam is?
Yeah.
Just to let you know, what do you have to say whenever you hear alayhi salam or sallallahu alayhi wasallam? What do you have to say after?
Alayhi salam.
Yes, good. So Ibrahim alayhi salam.
Alayhi salam.
Good. In his time, he had a son which he really loved, Ismail alayhi salam. Go on. Alayhi. So one day he had this dream. Ibrahim alayhi salam had this dream when he was sacrificing his son. He was slaughtering his son. He had this dream not once, well, many times actually, until he realized that it's a sign from Allah. So Allah wanted to see if he loves his son more, or if Ibrahim alayhi salam loves his Rabb more, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So one day he told his son Ismail alayhi salam, Allah told me to sacrifice you. And Ismail alayhi salam said that if it's for Allah, I will do it. So they were going all the way up this mountain, and there was this rock. He put Ismail alayhi salam, making his face on facing the rock, because he didn't want to see his face when he slaughtered him, and tied him with a rope. And he was sharpening his weapon, his sword. And the moment he was going to cut his son's neck, Allah saw his piety, and he placed a sheep on top of him, and he sacrificed the sheep. That's why we always have the wonderful meat we have on Eid al-Adha. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Do you know any other story of sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Like, what was the first story of the sacrifice of humankind?
Okay, yes. There's sacrifices. This is not just the first kind of sacrifice that has ever happened. In the first days, Adam alayhi salam's son Habil and Qabil, they were brothers. They had also sisters, and because there was no other people at that time, Adam alayhi salam told Habil to marry Qabil's sister, and Qabil to marry Habil's sister. Because Habil didn't want to marry Qabil's sister, because he thinks that his sister is more good looking. So what they decided to do was to gather as much sacrifices for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and see whose one gets accepted. And the one whose sacrifice gets accepted will get to marry Habil's sister. So when they were doing the sacrifices, Qabil, he got all the good things. Like, he gave the best of his crops, he gave the best of his flock of sheep, and Habil, he just gave like the scraps, like the skinniest sheep, probably the most rotten crops, etc., etc. So when they piled it up, Qabil's one was accepted, but Habil's one wasn't. Habil was very, very jealous, just how the shayateen was jealous of Adam alayhi salam. And then he said he was going to kill his brother, and Qabil was like, don't kill me. And then Habil struck him with a rock which hit his head, and it hit so hard that it killed Qabil. And Qabil was terrified. He thought, what is his father gonna say? And he said, how is he gonna bury him? Then he saw the crows burying this dead crow, and they covered them with dirt. So Habil did the same thing. Habil did the same thing to Qabil. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah. What's the moral of the story, Muadz?
So don't be jealous.
Good.
Good one.
Another one? Another? You have to sacrifice always the best thing. Okay?
For who? Who do you sacrifice for?
Allah.
Good.
Good. If you don't be sincere in your sacrifice, Allah will not accept it. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.